pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Hilarity Season 6. So if you're very familiar with this, then well, you probably know what's going to happen this time. Back in Season 5, or at least the climax of Season 5, I basically did a competition involving this 4-lane crash sort of layout. I kind of forget what the name is, but I basically did this with all 35 racers of Highway 35 World Race. If you're familiar with that movie, then well, that's basically the continuity as it was. But did you know that it continued on in 2005 with the Acceleracers quadrilogy of movies? 1 hour-long episodes of a short series that basically continued on the story of Highway 35. Here I have all 4 teams that are very much like the ones from the series. But once again, this is pretty much where they're not in their original color schemes. They're all different. Even, well, Cove Light and Nitrium are pretty much different, apart from their original counterparts. But basically speaking, I figured I might want to take on this opportunity where I'm now going to utilize the Acceleracers as part of this exact sort of competition, featuring all 36 of these. So here we got Teku, Metal Maniacs, Silencers, and the Racing Drones. Basically one of the original arch enemies of the main protagonists of the series itself. So what you're going to see is basically all 36 of these in action, involving lots of exciting parts of all sorts. The question is though, who's going to be able to succeed in this entire competition? I'm definitely hoping that there's going to be a ton of things involved, but let's just see where this all goes. And I'm going to get started by going with Metal Maniacs. To start off with the Metal Maniacs, here is Jackhammer, Hollowback, Riveted, and Rolling Thunder. That was some pretty exciting stuff, but right away we have Jackhammer advancing to the second round. So let's go ahead and grab the other 3 and get them situated right here. So we have Riveted, Hollowback, and Rolling Thunder pretty much ready to take on this second part of the first round. I basically have to set these ramps again. So this way, they're now primed and they're ready to launch yet again. So this time, let's see if any of these 3 can make it to the second round. Well, Taro Kitano in Riveted has done it. Alright, Hollowback and, well, Rolling Thunder are pretty much coming through once again. But now it's time to add on 2 more here. So, let's get it going with Pile Driver and Spinebuster. Pork Chop strikes again with Pile Driver taking on the 3rd place here. Little side note here real quick while I'm at it. I'm going to be accepting up to 5 racers per team to advance to the second round. So here we go. Pretty much the same expectations, except now I've added Ratified on the 4th lane. Mark for Race Grooves. If you're watching this right now, then well, congratulations. Your favorite car, Spinebuster, has just advanced to the second round. So who's going to be the 5th racer to advance to the second round? Rolling Thunder, Flathead Fury, Ratified, or Hollowback? Ratified didn't even get off of the starting peg? Oh, that's disappointing. Well, anyways, Torquematics has now gotten all the way through. But you know what though? I got a little reconsideration because now it's time to reset these all back to their starting position. In order to, well, accommodate all of these racers on the track, pretty much, considering the set that I have here, I figured let's add a 6th racer, pretty much. So here's Ratified, Power Bomb, Flathead Fury, and Rolling Thunder. Who's going to be the 6th final contestant to make it all the way? Rolling Thunder has ended up on the floor. Ratified, well, you tried your best, but unfortunately, Mark Wilde has once again managed to claim victory, leaving Mitchell Monkey McClurg and, well, I don't know who's supposed to drive Powerbomb, but either way, you're both out. Same with you, of course. Get these resets, because now, time to pick on the second team here. And what that team's going to be is, well, racing drones. Yeah, that'll work. For the racing drones, here we have RD05, RD08, RD02, and RD01. Basically, taking all 4 places on the track itself. You've seen it a lot in the series, but RD02 now officially claims victory for the first racing drone to advance to round 2. So who's going to be next? RD01, RD08, or RD05? Well, another one that's so well known happens to get all the way through. RD05. We officially have 4 more to go here, but it's time to add on RD06 and RD10. Alright then, here we got RD06. I tell you, this is turning out to be quite an impressive display of competition. Alright, all 4 lanes are filled back up with RD03 now just entering into the competition. Oh, you little show off. You were just going back as soon as you crossed the finish line. Well, nope. RD01 did not win this time. RD03 is now all the way through. So, that's pretty good. So here comes another racing drone, RD04. So which one of these 4 is going to make it through the finish line this time? It's the big one here, RD10. So, still, that's pretty good nonetheless. But it's not over yet. I've got RD09 entered in this time. Galorum, let's see if you can win this one. What a disappointment. RD08, probably another one of like the main minion villains of the series, did not make it. Galorum, well, you didn't win this time. Same with you, RD01. But RD04 gets to advance. That's quite a surprise, as it turns out. But now the time has come for me to pick out the 3rd team here. And out of both of them, well, Silencers. To start off with the Silencers, we got 4 that you're probably very familiar with right here. Metalloid, Excellium, Nitrium, and Covelight. Here we go, with Metalloid basically securing the first win. So let's just see who goes on to round 2 along with Metalloid. Nitrium goes in and claims victory. 4 spots remain, and 4 chances are still at large, pretty much. But let's go ahead and get Excellium and Covelight in here, along with Iridium and Technetium. So let's just see who secures a 3rd win for the Silencers. Good old Iridium comes through. 3 more spots are remaining, but let's just see what happens for the remainder of this part of the competition itself. So there's only 3 more spots remaining, but let's go ahead and add on another part of their brethren, Carbide. So here we go. Anthracite now joins in on the action, as there are now only 2 spots remaining to move on to round 2. Alright, Excellium goes in to the 2nd round. Anthracite, Carbide, Technetium, and Octanium are basically all that's left. Technetium goes in and claims the 6th and final spot. And now all that's left here is to do the Acceleracers. Yeah! To start off from this team, we have Battle Spec, Synchro, Chicane, and one of my favorites overall, Power Rage. Karma Ice now advances to round 2. With 5 spots remaining, that leaves Synchro, Power Rage, and Battle Spec to pretty much go in and claim victory. Yeah! One of my favorite models, probably of all time, has finally gone ahead and done it. But of course, Synchro and Battle Spec still have yet to attempt to claim victory in their parts. But now it's time to add on 2 more models to the track itself, including the popular Baseline, driven by Shirako Takamoto, as well as another model driven by Nolo Passaro, the not so well known High Voltage. Let's pump up the baseline. Three more spots are still available, but let's go ahead and bring in Drift Tech. Well, it was a big fight, but Drift Tech goes ahead to move on with the other 3 winners so far. High Voltage, Spectite, Battle Spec, and Synchro still have yet to win for positions 5 and 6. Well, it's Spectite's time to shine. Well, sudden death territory is now abound. Reverb joins in on the group. Let's see who can win position 6. Well, it's not Synchro, but Reverb. Oh man, a lot of people were probably expecting this to happen. Well, that pretty much concludes it. Stay tuned for part 2 of this whole entire thing, and well, I'll probably have some more things going on here on the channel until that happens. Get High Voltage off the floor. And of course, well, that's it. We got ourselves a grand total of 24 cars to basically advance to round 2 of the Acceleracers edition of this exact competition. Reset them, and well, that's it for today. We'll be back with a few new parts here to conclude this entire competition itself. Until then, well, you know what to do.